energetic sovereignty, sacred boundaries, and relational prosperity, quantum opening. A simple truth rises like dawn over calm waters. Your energy is your holy home, and every loving boundary you set becomes a door through which prosperity enters. Section 1. Deep Gaze, the soul's architecture of yes and no. Every life travels as a hero's journey from dispersion to coherence. The path begins when the heart recognizes its field as sacred ground. In that recognition, yes and no are not opposites, but twin guardians at the gate of your destiny. Your yes carries the fragrance of purpose. Your no holds the geometry of protection. Together, they weave the shelter within which intimacy, art, vocation, and abundance can grow. Imagine a luminous city within your chest. Streets are flows of attention, plazas are moments of presence, bridges are agreements. The city thrives when entry points are tended by conscious choice. When your boundary softens into collapse, foreign noise floods the avenues and the music of your inner orchestra turns indistinct. When your boundary hardens into armor, the city forgets how to dance. Energetic sovereignty is the nimble intelligence that keeps the gates open to love and closed to leakage, receptive to possibility and firm against distortion. Archetypes stir in this sacred city. The inner sovereign sits at the council table with the lover, the warrior, the magician, and the healer. The sovereign names values. The lover protects tenderness. The warrior embodies the no that keeps the temple clean. The magician transforms patterns into medicine. The healer breathes forgiveness through every corridor. When these archetypes align, relationships become a symphony of clarity. When they scatter, relationships become a blur of mixed signals and unmet needs. The soul does not bargain with incoherence. It invites a steadier flame. It teaches that generosity without form drains the spring, and discipline without warmth shuts the garden. Prosperity in relationships grows under sunlight made from congruence. Congruence means your inside and outside tell the same story. It means every yes includes your nervous system, your purpose, your body, your future, and your lineage. It means every no honors your aliveness and protects the child of wonder that lives behind your ribs. The journey into energetic sovereignty transforms love from transaction to blessing. It rescues the word boundary from the myth of rejection and returns it to its original meaning, the exquisite outline of your sacred art. Section 2. Scientific and Psychological Foundations. Transpersonal psychology describes the self as a multi-layered field. Beyond the personal narrative moves a vast dimension of awareness that witnesses thought, sensation, memory, and identity. In this view, energetic sovereignty is the capacity to regulate the channel between personal and transpersonal realities. Self-regulation is not a harsh command, but an elegant tuning of attention. Humanistic psychology orients us towards self-actualization. Needs bloom in a hierarchy of nourishment, safety, belonging, esteem, purpose, and transcendence. Boundaries meet each layer with intelligent shape. At the level of safety, a boundary prevents harm. At belonging, it clarifies mutual respect. At esteem, it honors skill and time. At purpose, it safeguards focus. At transcendence, it protects silence, prayer, and creative incubation. Neuroscience offers a simple compass. The nervous system speaks through signals of expansion or contraction. Expansion arrives as warmth, breath, grounded vitality. Contraction arrives as clenched muscles, scattered thoughts, shallow breath. Energetic sovereignty reads these signals without drama. It notices the micro-tremors of misalignment and adjusts posture, location, or language. This is somatic literacy in action. Attachment science contributes another lens. Secure functioning in relationships grows from consistent boundaries. A reliable yes teaches trust. A clear no teaches safety. Ambivalence confuses the bond. Over-accommodation builds resentment. Repair becomes possible when communication contains both truth and care. Assertiveness can be a velvet bridge, not a hammer. From the perspective of cognitive learning, boundaries are reinforced by repetition. Each aligned, no and congruent yes rewires neural pathways. Repetition is holy when coupled with reflection. Journaling, breath-based check-ins, and deliberate practice turn good intentions into embodied habits. Over time, integrity becomes a baseline, not a performance. Section 3. Applied biodecoding. When the body speaks, the border. The body is a living manuscript where unresolved emotions write their margins. When boundaries blur, the soma often whispers first. Biodecoding explores symbolic correlations between emotional conflicts and somatic expressions. While individual nuances matter, common patterns frequently emerge. Throat tension or recurrent sore throats signify silenced no or overextended yes. The voice carries the architecture of limits. When words compress, tissues echo the compression. Shoulder and upper back tightness symbolize over-responsibility. The body tries to lift what does not belong to it. Digestive unrest reflects difficulty deciding what to take in or expel. Boundaries of nourishment require discernment. Skin eruptions mirror violated perimeters. The skin is the boundary's biological poem. Fatigue points to chronic energy leakage. The system works over time, patching holes in the field. A path of release blends emotional honesty with gentle ritual. Begin by naming the specific leakage, the project, person, habit, or belief that steps over your line. Place a hand on the body region that complains. Breathe into it with kindness. Speak aloud a sentence of sovereignty, short and rhythmic, like a mantra carried by the tide. The body loves concise truth because it can memorize it. Offer the tissue a behavioral promise. This promise is a boundary encoded into action. Forgiveness does not mean reopening the gate to trespass. Forgiveness returns you to neutrality and choice. It cuts cords of resentment that keep your attention tethered to the past. Energetic sovereignty then selects new terms. The immune system relaxes when inner law becomes consistent. When the no grows roots, inflammation loses reasons to burn. When the yes stands on bedrock, metabolism finds a healthier pace. Section 4. Quantum NLP Tools. Reprogramming Patterns into Prosperity 4.1. The Boundary Blueprint. Reframe intention. Upgrade the meaning of boundary from rejection to precision. Steps 1. State the old frame in one line. Boundaries are cold. 2. Name the cost. Overgiving drains my creativity. 3rd. Install the new frame. Boundaries are precision that protects intimacy. 4. Anchor with breath. Inhale on boundaries are. Exhale on precision that protects intimacy. Repeat 9 cycles. 5. Future pace. Visualize your next boundary conversation delivered with warmth and clarity. Feel the nervous system remain steady. Microscript. I choose precision over people-pleasing. I offer clarity as love. 4.2. Somatic. Yes, no calibration intention. Teach the body to recognize authentic yes and authentic no. Steps 1. Stand with feet grounded. Recall a microjoy, then notice subtle expansion. Label that sensation as yes. 2. Recall a subtle misalignment. Notice contraction. Label that sensation as number. 3. Ask simple neutral prompts like taking a sip of water. Map the signal each time. 4. Commit to honor the first signal in low-stakes choices for 7 days. Microscript. My body's wisdom is primary data. My first signal guides my next step. 4.3. The 5-word boundary intention. Reduce boundary sentences to compact truth to bypass over-explaining. Steps 1. Define the need. 2. State it in 5 words. 3. Speak it with breath synchronized. Examples. I am unavailable tonight. This price honors my work. I prefer written agreements only. Silence nourishes me on Sundays. 4.4. The gate and the garden visualization intention. Repattern the nervous system to associate no with beauty and yes with stewardship. Steps 1. Close the eyes. See a garden representing your creative life. 2. Visualize a gate with golden hinges. 3. On each inhale, the gate closes to intrusions. On each exhale, it opens to aligned allies. 4. Walk through paths labeled health, finances, intimacy, service. 5. At each path, place a sign stating the standard. Standards examples. Health. My mornings begin gently. Finances. My offerings have clear terms. Intimacy. I share at the speed of trust. Service. I serve from overflow, not depletion. 4.5. Belief bridge technique. Intention. Transform limiting beliefs into bridge beliefs that the nervous system can accept. Steps 1. Identify the limiting belief. Saying no causes loss. 2. Offer a bridge belief. Saying no reveals loyal matches. 3. Find proof from memory or imagination. 4. Rehearse an upcoming scenario while repeating the bridge belief. 5. Log results daily to reinforce evidence. Microscript alignment magnetizes. Misalignment dissolves. My no attracts the right yes. 4.6 Prosperity Contract Ritual Language Intention. Write a living contract between your sovereign self and your relational field. Steps 1. Title the contract with your full name. 2. List 3 non-negotiables and 3 flexibles. 3. Define pricing or energetic exchange standards with clarity. 4. Sign and date. Revisit weekly. Non-negotiables samples. Respectful tone always. Clear timelines. Written scope before start. Flexibles, samples, format of meetings, creative iteration count, delivery method. 4.7 2-minute repair protocol intention, restore connection without abandoning boundaries. Steps 1. Name the impact with neutral tone. 2. Name the need with 5-word boundary. 3. Offer a path forward. 4. Confirm the new agreement. Template. Impact observed. Need stated. Path offered. Agreement confirmed. M4.8 Anchor Installation Intention. Link a touch point to a state of sovereign calm. Steps 1. Recall a memory of grounded self-trust. 2. Intensify sensations for 8 breaths. 3. Press thumb to middle finger and exhale. 4. Repeat 3 times to cement the anchor. 5. Use the anchor before boundary conversations. Microscript. Calm authority breathes through me. Section 5. Spiritual perspective and Christic consciousness. Christic consciousness carries a frequency of radical unity. Unity does not erase the self. It reveals the self as a facet of the infinite. In that light, a boundary is a devotional act. It honors the unique waveform you are while celebrating the ocean that holds all waves. Love becomes courageous structure. Compassion becomes lucid promise. Service becomes aligned generosity rather than martyrdom. Mystical traditions speak of immaculate alignment. Alignment means thought, word, and deed meet in the same place. It means love travels with truth at the same speed. To set a boundary through Christic awareness is to bless all sides. You bless the other with your honesty so they can find their rightful path. You bless your lineage by ending cycles of self-betrayal. You bless creation by keeping your instrument tuned. The Buddha's teaching on skillful means adds tenderness to firmness. Skillfulness includes timing, tone, and dosage. The boundary delivered as a seed grows more gracefully than the boundary delivered as a storm. The Taoist current whispers of the water's way. Water does not argue. It shapes stone through constancy. Let your no flow like a river with a clear bank. Let your yes pour like rain on fields that asked for it. In the field of unity, abundance is relational. Prosperity multiplies where clarity circulates. Every clean agreement becomes a conduit for grace. Every honest invoice becomes a hymn to balance. Every sacred pause becomes a sanctuary where inspiration lands. In such a field, generosity becomes strategic, forgiveness remains spacious, and intimacy deepens, because fear of fusion dissolves. Section 6. Integrative Ritual. The Circle of Sovereignty. Purpose. Unify mind, body, and spirit in a daily rite that sets the tone for relational prosperity. Timing 10 to 14 minutes each morning. Materials: a glass of water, a small candle, a blank card, and a pen. Steps 1. Grounding breath. Stand tall, feet rooted. Inhale for 4, hold for 4, exhale for 6. Repeat 5 cycles. Place the right hand over the heart, the left on the abdomen. Feel the inward city awaken. Second water blessing. Hold the glass. Whisper a succinct decree of sovereignty into the water. Speak as if coding light into liquid. Then drink slowly, imagining the decree distributing through every cell. 3. Candle focus. Light the candle. See the flame as the Christic spark. Offer the day's creative work to this flame. 4. The boundary card. On the card, write 1 5-word boundary for the day and 1 5-word generosity. Place the card near your workspace. Examples: boundary. Meetings end on schedule today. Generosity. I celebrate others with sincerity. 5. Anchor touch. Press thumb to middle finger and breathe out. Let calm authority settle. 6. Closing gesture. Blow out the candle with gratitude. Sense an invisible cloak of clarity resting on your shoulders. High vibration. Closing master. Phrase: clarity is love, and love is structure that frees creation to bloom. Quantum challenge for the next 24 hours. Deliver one 5-word boundary in a real interaction and log the result with a single sentence of self-appreciation. Activation code. Murmur, lumina verum, pronounce slowly 3 times. On each repetition, lift the sternum slightly and feel the field brighten. Con amor, infinito. Andreu el activador cuántico.